Hello there, my name is Andy from the Gorro's Grotto. This is part 2 of my Blood Bowl pitch build for a Skaven Stadium stroke pitch. I don't know to the extent on how I'm going to build this yet. From the first video, I was making small tiles to kind of individual tiles to put together to make a board. After making about 100 or so, I realised that actually that's not really feasible. Because without sort of micro-engineering it down to the nth degree, it would never be uniform enough to play a squares-based game, because the throwing of the ball and things like that are quite precise, and they rely on precise measurements. So I've gone back to the drawing board before I got too involved, and I've done it in sheets like so, and just drawn the squares on with a ballpoint pen. Now I still kind of got the beveling that I wanted to show those individual tiles by drawing the pen in really deep into those grooves there. I've kind of created a beveled edge anyway, so it's kind of got the impression that I wanted to give anyway. So I'll show you what I've done so far. These are the wide zones. This is only half a pitch, obviously. These are the wide zones here, and I've used the bricks roller to achieve that. So that's one half of the Y zone, and that's the other. And I've just used a soft pencil just to, if where it's a little bit not pressed quite so heavily into the blue foam, I've just used a pencil just to give it a little bit more depth, so when the paint goes on it has some sort of pattern. And then this here, this blank piece here, will be the end zone, and I'm going to put some bits and pieces to detail that later, and you'll see that if you're following the build. And then I've also done this pavement pattern, so the green stuff rollers pavement pattern, so you can see it come out, and the detail will come out in the paint, so don't worry about that. So what I just thought I'd do is just show you the last two bits that I've done. You'll notice I've stepped the centre zone, and that's quite deliberate because of something I'm going to do later on in the build with the wide zones. So it was quite a deliberate thing to do. So what I've done is I've taken this piece here. This is going to be my centre piece, my centre zone. And there's the pavement sides on there, as you can see. And that's the symbol of the horned rat. And that is Clan Eshin, Clan Moulder. That is Clan Pestilence, Clan Skyer, and that's the symbol of the Graces. So I wanted everything. Then I tried to get national down as in the Skaven alphabet, but there's no words for national nor, and there's no G's in the Skaven alphabet either. So I've kind of left it. Now, obviously, there are some crosses here dug into the turf so that we've still got squares, because it's still a squares-based game. I just need to make sure that they line up properly, and that's going to be the right thing to do. And then obviously there's just a simple section there as well that's going to go on the end, and that should line up nicely with that. And that, I'm just gluing it down with simple PVA glue, which sticks blue foam down really well. Making sure that that goes over there properly, and all the squares are matched. That's good. So yeah, I'm just using a simple PVA glue to put them on, because that's the best fix for this sort of blue foam, and I want to make sure that those ends are nice and straight so the two pieces go together. So that is the next part of the build, and you can see, I take a step back, that the half of a pitch is coming on really nicely. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I've got a couple of more bits to do tonight, but I'll leave that as the second part. So yeah, the first part of the video, or part one of the series, is actually quite obsolete now. But this is the way that I build stuff. I try stuff, and if it doesn't work, then I try something again. I'm not a technical drawer or an engineer or a graphic designer, so I kind of make these things up as I go along. Hope you enjoyed the video so far, and the build so far. I'll get back to you when I've got another stage ready.